Hello, lovely people, and welcome back to Gifted Media English. And my name is Mariam. And for some weeks and months now, we've been hearing more about Ibrahim Traore on all social media platforms, and most of us know why. The thing is that the guy is doing so much for his country. The good news is that he's not the only one that is leading this change. There are two other presidents that are moving along with him, and they are actually connecting and making so much impact in their various countries. These two countries include Niger and then Mali. So these three countries all took over power by military coup, and a lot of people are against them for that. But the good news is that they're actually doing a lot for their country, and they have had a growth in GDP since the time they have took power, and they are doing a whole lot of great things in their various countries, and we cannot hide this. These three countries came together and formed the Alliance for Sahel States in 2023, September to be precise. And since then, they are doing a whole lot. So recently, they came together to make a railway that will lead from Burkina to Niger all the way through to Mali. The essence of this is to facilitate easy trade between these three countries so that they don't have to import and export from like other neighboring countries anyhow. And this will help them build a very strong economy. To do this, they decided to come out with a central bank that these three countries contributed $833 million as a starting capital for this initiative. And when this initiative is successfully done, it will actually do a whole lot for these three countries. They don't have to travel by plane or sea to other countries. They can just travel within themselves, not requiring passports and anything. They have become more like a family, and I think that is where the United Africa starts, where Africans can move from other African countries and feel free, basically, because we are one. And that is all Nkrumah and Co. and Sankara and Co., all those Pan-Africanists, that was what they were hoping and dreaming of. And I'm sure by now they'll be happy in their graves wherever they are, because their great grandchildren, Ibrahim Traore and Co., have started this initiative. And with the three of them alone, I'm sure it's a good start. And other African countries can emulate this example, as we've seen a very massive growth in their economies. So the thing is that leadership itself, no, I don't think it should be something that we have to define that, okay, it must be democracy. It can be a leadership style that doesn't even have a definition, as far as it is doing what the people want, and it is not affecting anybody in any negative way, and the country is moving forward. It is fine. So other countries are using this autocracy. If you look at countries like Korea, they are doing it and no one questions them for that. I'm a bit surprised as to why other nations want to be like, okay, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali took on through military coup, so they are not following the rightful order, and then they have to come and remove them and even disqualify them from being part of the ECOWAS. But this is something that is helping, and I'm sure we have to support and then applaud these people, especially with the current trend of US and France against Burkina Faso. I think we all have to support, and then the support has been so massive so far. On the 30th of this on the 30th of April, we've seen a great march across all countries protesting against the France and US. And I think it's a great move. And as young Africans, young Pan-Africanists, we have to support this initiative, and other leaders who actually emulate it. We've seen President Mahama aligning himself with Ibrahim Traore of late, and we just hope that this development cut across all of Africa, and we, the people of Africa, will actually get the opportunity to benefit from the resources that God has given us, because we are endowed with so many resources and we are not benefiting from it. These leaders are actually standing in for the people, and they want to make sure that the people of Africa actually benefit from the resources they have, which is our natural resources. So basically, that is the development that is happening within the West African states, and I'm sure ECOWAS should learn from this, because these three states are actually coming out with their own currency. That's the funniest part. very interesting. They are coming up with their currency. What happens is that previously, France will come and take their natural resources in exchange of printing currencies for them. But they are standing in, why can't you also print this in our country? So they are coming together to form a common currency which will be used within all the three countries. So if I have that currency, both Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, I can use it. And they print it themselves. So no one can exploit their natural resources again. And I think this is laudable. And we, the youth of Africa, we support this with all our strength and with all our might. So we'll be watching a short video on this development where these things will be explained better so that you understand what is actually happening around the Sahel region. So please stay tuned.
The Alliance of Sahel States' key priority project is to construct a joint airline and railway linking Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger. The aim is to boost trade within the Sahel bloc and to reduce their dependence on external financing. So will the $833 billion suffice to kickstart the initiative?
This amount is sufficient to start the project because, as you know, the capital could be increased later, but it could be used to start priority development work, especially in basic infrastructure, to remove regional barriers between these three countries.
For big projects, aviation, railways, roads, I don't think it's a lot of money. But as an investment bank, I am sure there will be other partners who will join in and help these countries achieve their goals.
The AES claims that the CFA franc serves as an instrument of France's economic statecraft and colonialism. Despite exiting the ECOWAS bloc, the currency continues to be used.
I think the AES countries should continue to use the CFA franc for now. Indeed, the AES is a very young organization and these states have not yet mastered all the parameters necessary for creating their own currency. I think the three countries should take the time to capitalize on their achievements and determine the common challenges before moving toward creating a common currency. We are obligated to use the CFA franc for our trade activities. We cannot immediately say that we are going to get out of the CFA franc, so it's a gradual process.
Analysts note that the manner that the three Sahelian countries handle their economic affairs will determine how sustainable their plan will be.
It's not the creation of money that is a problem, but rather maintaining the dynamism of this money, for example, how to make this money fertile and how this money can compete with other currencies in trade that is important.
For some observers, coordination between the military regimes in power in the three countries poses a major challenge to the bank's long-term survival. With this initiative, the AES is taking an important step towards greater economic autonomy. It remains to be seen whether this institution will be able to mobilize the resources necessary to bring about lasting change in the region.
So this is the great things that are happening within Africa, and as a young African, I'm so happy and excited about this development. I'm sure you too you are, because we've been in this bondage for long, being in a continent that is always rated as poor, meanwhile we have resources. So please don't forget to show your excitement under the comment section. And I would also like to acknowledge my sponsors, GTS Market and GiftTech Solution, for always supporting us all the time. So GTS Market is an online marketplace where you can get quality and affordable laptops and appliances. So just go to their website www.gtsmarket.com and you'll be well sorted out. GiftTech Solution is an IT training center located in Sunyani, and they do practical trainings in IT skills like web development, mobile development, Microsoft Word. You can come here and you learn a whole lot of that, and they are practical and very affordable as well too. So please do reach out to them on their official website www.gifttechsolutions.com and you'll be well sorted out. Thank you so much for watching up to this point, and I'm sure you are glad about this new development within Africa. Please keep on supporting Africa in any little way you can by being a very good and patriotic citizen in any country you are. And also don't forget to support our leaders, Ibrahim Traore, and then the rest that are doing great things, so that together Africa we can unite and we can stand and prosper. Thank you so much, and try to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, and share this video to someone who needs to hear this and those that are passionate about Africa's development. Thank you, and see you in another video. Bye.